Hello everyone, welcome back again to the Employee Record Management System development tutorial. This video is all about the employee class where we are going to create a record of an employee, search an employee, update an employee, and archive an employee. So the last video I give you some idea what are the details that we're going to store in our database. So right now we need to proceed in how we can develop our employee CRUD inside of our employee record management system. So CRUD means we can create, retrieve, update, delete data in our system. So that is the four uh, basic functions that always repeating in a system. Okay, so we'll just give you a sample for that. So right now we are going to create an employee class. When you click this one, we're going to create an employee class that we're going to redirect, and this one we're going to change it to only employee or manage employee. So let's do it. So next thing that we can do is go to the header view of the admin or dashboard. So we have here ad where it is. Okay, and then I'll be going to change it to manage employee. Okay, so then we're going to redirect it to echo base URL employee slash manage. Okay, so that's it. So now if you're going to refresh it, manage employee, you can see it goes to the employee class and go to the manage function. Okay, so next thing that we're going to do is to create another class inside of our controller, and we are going to create employee that PHP. Then just go to the admin PHP and just copy the top part because this is what we are going to need to. Where it is, copy and paste. Then instead since we are creating employee, so this one is employee. Okay, that one. So next thing that we need to do is to check if it is logged in or not. So to do that, just copy and paste this one. If it is logged, just copy this statement here. If it is logged, else you will end up in this page 404. Okay, so we have that one. So but before we're creating if, make sure that we have to create a public function manage and look like this. Okay, so next, now if you're going to refresh our page here, manage employee, it goes to this one. Okay, so we need to load the session. So you can create a constructor here because all the functions that we're going to create later on will be used. We'll use session library. So public function underscore construct parent underscore construct. Okay, then this load library, and the library that we're going to use is session. Save, refresh. So we have that one. So all we need to do is to create a to load the view for this one from the template. So we have already that one. So to make it much more faster, this is the session that we have, and this is the dashboard. Okay, so just copy the entire thing here and paste it here, and we are going to load. Elmer, welcome to the. Okay, so just put here manage employee record employee. Then this one is a manage view. So save, and then refresh. So we don't have a manage view, so we are going to create that on our views admin dashboard, and we are going to create a file a manage view.php. Save and refresh. So we have now our manage employee. So our manage employee, if it, so we're going to have a dynamic um, active link for our navigation. Okay, so if you're going to manage, the manage one is the one that we highlighted. So to do that, we go to the header view because this is the one that makes it active, this one. So we have to make an if statement here. So just say if this URI segment is okay 2, so 2 so means that is for the dashboard. If this is in 2, okay, so the dashboard, so dashboard, if that is dashboard, okay, just echo active. Okay, then you have this one. If the segment 2 is manage, save. So as we can see right now, we are on the dashboard. If you go to the manage, so what happened? We have an error. Let us check. Okay, you have to put here manage, and this one is active also. If dashboard is active and manage, it was active. Refresh. So as you can see, if I am in the manage here, okay. So let us put in a link for the dashboard. It is echo base URL admin dashboard. So we're now okay. So if you go to the dashboard, it's now active page. You go to the manage employee, go to the to that employee. Okay. So next thing that we're going to do is to create a navigation inside of the employee here. So all I have to do here is just search for the navigation. So just grab a copy for the profile registration. So I have a template now. Or just can go to the password, change password. You can copy this and paste it here, but I will be removing this. Save, refresh. Yeah, okay. So we have changed manage employee. So we have manage employee, refresh. So I need a navigation here because in our PDS, if you can see the PDS that we have, there are many uh, sections that we have to we have sections. We have many sections. We have section 1 for personal information, section 2 for family background, section 3 for educational background. Then we have section 4, section 5, we have section 6, section 7, section 8, and we have section all of those are until section 8, but we have a lot of things. We have section 9, so we can create um, some navigation that will help us to navigate our page. So to do that, okay. But before what I am talking about, I'll be creating a table here from the database. So the first thing that we are going to do is to, since I only have to my in this tutorial, I only have to finish this section because I have a lot of things to do. So for you to be guided, I'll just use this one, and then the remaining will be for your benefit, only for your practice. So right now I'll be creating a table, and these are the table that we are going to do. Okay. So in my case, if I'm going to um, work on it, I'll be all of those are separate. All sections will be separated with tables. Okay, because in order for us to really navigate and design a good database in our system. So we have to make more tables and make sure that you are using the normalization. You need to normalize your database so that you can be benefited with the light um, trouble sooner if you are going to make this system much more big and much more useful. Okay, to do that, we go to the localhost PHPMYADMIN and create a table for our employee. Go to the div and we have employee personal in personal info. We can just put here imp personal info. Okay, so I'm wrong. I need to create a new one, imp personal info, and I have a lot of information that we have to work with. First is we can have an ID, and this one is auto increment address primary key. Then the first thing that we need to do is also the employee number. Imp number could be a varchar, depends how many attributes. Well, we may just we say we have 15. We have last name, first name, and middle name, and then extension. Last name 25, first name 25. I'll just add 10 columns. Middle name Parker 25, and we have extension name ext Parker could be 10. Okay, that's for the name. Next is the date of birth. You can say DOB or date birth. You have the date. Next is the place of birth. The place of birth. So for now, the place of birth. So I'll be PB, place of birth. Okay, before this, let me search a Philippine cities and barangay database. So Philippine uh, barangay city SQL. Okay, barangay database. So GitHub, click and say if what is the database here. So CSV for 14 months. Okay, let us see what is inside by just we're going to download it. So Philippine regional cities and barangays. Let us try to uh, look into it in here where it. Okay, I'll just download the zip one. Right click, extract all, extract. Okay, then you have to download this one. Hopefully it is working. We have table, region, barangay. So we'll start with the region. So we have the 10 region and the ID. So we have this region ID, region name, and description. Okay, let us create that one. Let us, I think we can export it directly in our database. So let us create another table in our database, and this one is underscore region underscore tbl region. Okay, so we need only three columns: the region ID, region, region ID, name, and description. Okay, so this one, it should be how many data. We only have two, so we only have two. Name, it is a varchar, and it might have only a maximum of 10 or 15, and description, it could be 250 or 150. So that's it. I'll just click save, and we can import that one. Choose file, and just use the region.csv. Let us check again this CSV by using the Notepad++ to know the specific separated what is this one, what this CB is um, look like. So this is what we look like. It is separated by comma. So here columns with comma, columns, and auto do not sure. Okay, just click go, invite column. Okay, so I think I have to delete this one. Okay, just do it again. Import, choose CSV set table. Okay, click go. What happened? Again, import CSV using load data, columns separated with comma, columns enclosed with auto. Okay, that's it. So we have this region. So what happened? Structure. Okay, my bad. This is varchar. Save. Then operation, we can truncate it. Empty our table because I have a wrong import. So when I browse it, it's still no error, no data import. Choose file and table region. Loading with data to be exact, and just use comma. Click go, and as you can see on the browse, we have now this one, origin name and description, and so on. So make sure to make this one, change it, and make this one a primary key. Save this one, and add the index. Index name is primary key, and region ID go. So we have now ID, so we can now edit it since we have now a primary key. This command here will pop up if you have already a primary key. So we can now edit it, and then we can delete this one because we don't need this. Okay, so next thing, the same thing that we're going to do here. It's good database because it's already normalized. So still the same for what we're going to do for the provinces. So these are the provinces. We have the province ID, and we have also the region ID, and then the province name. So create another table. This one is name for province underscore TBL province. We have province ID, region ID, and we have the, we can just put it, or we can just do province name. So this one is an auto increment and primary key. This one also holds the value of how many data until 7082. Still the same. We need only 2 here, and here it's only 2, and this one is worker. You have 150. So that's it. Just click save for our table structure for our table province. Now go to import, choose file, province, and load data, comma separated. Click go. Browse. So we have here, start with one, which is Metro Manila, but it doesn't have a Metro Manila here. We have a problem why it is has a lot of zeros here. We need to truncate this one, and why we have getting this error. 1 2, so it's all ID. Structures are ID, yeah, and province name ID. So it's still the same. Just add notepad plus plus and drag it over. Only 82. So I'll just remove here and save it. Yes, yes. So that one province, also remove this one. Save. This one is CSV. So what happens? Is it working? Just open to another program. Save. Okay. Now all we need to do is to import. Okay, then go. So browse. We have here one. So we have one for Metro Manila. Okay, it's working good. So another one that we need to is the table municipalities. Open it. Drag the municipality. Save, and it's too much of data here. Okay, just save it. Create it until 4-digit. So here we can create TBL mon municipalities. Score TBL underscore municipalities. Okay, first is mall ID, province ID, and mall name. It's this one. It put 4-digit auto increment. Province ID you only have two. This one is 150. Just save it. Now go to import, choose file, municipality. Okay, then comma, click go. Browse. This is we only have input 16,000. Okay, that it one is to Adams. Okay, it's working great, and now we have to do the last one, which is underscore TBL barangay. Bar ID. So how many barangays do we have? We have 42,000 barangays. Wow. Remove the white space and this one. Save. So we have bar ID, mall ID, and bar name. So it should be a 5 here. This one is a 4. And this one is 150. Save. And now import file name and barangay. Load this one. And then comma. Click go. So table barangay ID. Okay, so that later on we're going to use this one, and we'll let you um, um, experience what I am really doing with this when it goes in barangay. Okay, so now in address. So now we have place of birth, uh, bar ID, and this one is only for 5. Um, bit of birth for, yeah, then PB bar ID, PB mall ID, but in the barangay, in the place of birth, it starts with the municipality and the province. So this here, mall ID, we have prov ID and reg ID. So that's it for the birthday, birthplace. Then we have here the height. So it is meter, so there's a decimal value. Advisable for that is you have to put here varchar. Still weight varchar. Okay, then I forgot to put the gender. So gender, we have 6. And civil status. Civil status worker, and select okay, the longest one, which is the separated, and count the letters or characters in it. 2, 4, 6, 9. So make it 10. Uh, okay, and then another 10. I'll add another 10. We have a lot of data that we are going to use here. So we have 10, and we have height and weight, and then the blood type. O plus. Okay, so that's only 2. Then we have GSIS ID number. GSIS ID number should be a bar car, and we'll let it to 50. Pag-ibig ID number. Pag-ibig ID number, bar car 50. We have PhilHealth number. 50, SSS number, worker 50, TIN number, or the TIN, worker 15. We have already that one. We have citizenship, we have city, citizenship, worker 50. Okay, so we have residential address. So rest add house number, can be safe to be used worker, street, res add street, worker 20, and village, res add village 20. Add another one, another 10, click go, and we have the rest add bar ID, res add mall ID, and res add prov ID, and res add reg ID. This one stores with 5, 4, 2, and 2. The same thing with per. Just copy this one and use perm res res per spare address for we have hours, street, village. We have this is house number, house number, house number, street, village, bar, per mall, per add province, another one, another 10. We have a lot of columns here that we need to do. So we have prov ID, and we have the reg. Okay, we've separated all the data for the address to be single and simple in the data in the table. So we have now, so we also have the zip code. Automatically have the zip code. Is it when the zip code is also the ID? Let us try if that is the one. When we say zip code is for the municipality, when I select Tayasan, there is no Tayasan there. And the address for the zip code for that is 6211. So I think it's not to have a zip code. So we need to ask a zip code also here. So pair add uh, zip code. Just just adding one column here. Zip code. This one is 4. This one is Barker 10. Street Barker 20. Village Barker 20. This one is address bar. For the address, we have 5, 4, 4, 2 is 2 and 4. So that's it. And then we have telephone, Barker 15, mobile number, mobile Barker 15, email address, email Barker 50. So all the things that we need in this section is already been created a data. So I hope everything is right. So all we need to do is click here, save. We have here simple all the columns of our table personal info. Okay, so next thing that we are going to do here is to create something like a table here by the use of the um, data tables. Okay, so I'll be roughing it out. Just create a table here, and after that we're going to enroll a student, no, an employee. Okay, for a while